Hey guys, so I'm in my kitchen right now. I'm just making brownies, about to clean the house, do some piano, then spend time with the Lord. But He's really convicted me on some things because I wanted to start this YouTube channel for years, and I started it and I stopped it. I started again, then I stopped it. It wasn't really, I told myself I didn't have time to do it, but the real reason is because I'm lazy and it's uncomfortable, and I don't want to do anything uncomfortable. I think that's us as humans. We don't want to do anything that pushes us out of our comfort zone, but I feel like this is what God has called me to do, because I want the world to know who Jesus is. And I've been blessed with a phone, and instead of scrolling on it, I should be sharing the gospel with others. So I'm gonna try as hard as I can to post once a week, but yeah, it's time to do what God has called me to do. So like I said, I'm making brownies, gonna clean the house, and I might talk to you guys a little later about obedience, because that is how we show God we love Him, by being obedient. All right? Alright guys, so now I want to do piano, but my mom is sleeping, so I'm trying to be very quiet. So if the sound is really low, then that's why. But I took piano when I was 9, and because I was a child, I had a short attention span and didn't want to practice, didn't want to do it. So now I'm an adult learning the basics, but I love piano, so it's worth it. Alright, so I want to talk a little about obedience, just knowing what God has called you to do and you doing that thing. So I'm going to read from 1 Samuel 15. Let's start at verse 10. Now the word of the Lord came to Samuel, saying, I greatly regret that I have set up Saul as king, for he has turned back from following me and has not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried out to the Lord all night. Then Samuel went to Saul, verse 13, and said to him, Blessed are you of the Lord, I have performed the commandment of the Lord. But Samuel said, What then is this bleating of the sheep in my ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear? And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and the oxen to sacrifice to the Lord your God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed. Now, if you don't know the story, Saul was supposed to kill everything, not just leave some and we're going to sacrifice the others. So then Samuel said to Saul, Be quiet, and I will tell you what the Lord said to me last night. And he said to him, Speak on. So Samuel said, When you were little in your own eyes, were you not head of the tribes of Israel? Now the Lord sent you on a mission and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they are consumed. Why then did you not obey the voice of the Lord? Why did you swoop down on the spoil and do evil in the sight of the Lord? And Saul said to Samuel, But I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and gone on the mission on which the Lord sent me, and brought back Agag, king of Amalek. He was supposed to kill him. He wasn't supposed to do anything else but that. And I have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the plunder sheep and oxen, the best of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice to the Lord your God in Gilgal. Now here is the key verse, verse 22. Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed than the fat of rams. So in that passage, we see that, first of all, partial obedience is still disobedience, because Saul was supposed to kill all the animals, all the people, and leave nothing behind. But instead, he killed some of the animals, the rest he was going to use for sacrifice, and Agag he just took and didn't kill. So if you know God has called you to do something, whether that's start a YouTube channel or write music or whatever it may be, if you're just like, oh, like me, I'll get that done later, I don't have time right now, that's disobedience. And God convicted me of that. Like, hey, I've called you to start this YouTube channel to spread my word to others, and you haven't done it. So I just want to be obedient to the Lord and what He's called me to do. And we also later see the consequences of Saul's disobedience. He got the kingdom stripped from him. So our obedience can cost us, but our disobedience can also cost us. So just wanted to say that quickly, that we say as Christians that we love the Lord, but He said, you are my friends if you do what I command you. So our obedience, not just our feelings, as great as feelings are, our obedience shows God how much we love Him. So, yeah, sermon of the day.